on?
Hello! Hello, it is us. It looks like you can hear us. I'm running the OBS for the first time, so if there are technical difficulties and I don't seem to realize, please let me know. This is not Taylor.
That's my name, not Taylor.
It's Suzanne.
Not Taylor.
Roommate Suzanne. I put out a poll on our socials being like, who do you think our special guest is? And not one person didn't guess Suzanne. It was completely obvious.
I think I'm a fan favorite.
She does have a couple fans. A couple people have asked, like, where is she? Like, hope she's well. Like, she should be in more videos. Our girl Piper might also join us. We'll get to it in a second, but we're actually cat sitting, so there are two cats. It's a little chaotic in here. Piper, come here. Yeah.
She's coming.
She's coming.
Yeah.
Say hi to Piper.
I love it.
It's possible that we're
talking to ourselves.
We're talking to ourselves. How do I... Oh no.
Okay, let me check on mine.
Okay. If this is working, can someone let me know? Because it doesn't appear to be working. Oh, well, they can see us. Okay, I don't know what's happening with my phone, but I use my phone as a monitor. Let's keep your phone up.
It's working.
And go all the way down. Okay, where was I? We have Piper.
We have this cat. This chunk of baby.
We have Piper. Okay, amazing. Everything's working as it should.
I love your viewers. They're like, we can hear you. We got this.
Yeah. They know the chaos. They know it happens every week. Right. They're used to it. Okay, this week's food theme is breakfast for dinner.
I have one too.
Let me walk you through what we have here. So we have this Just Egg Sammy that we made this tofu bacon and these amazing hash browns. And the tofu bacon, can you explain how you made that?
Yeah, it's very easy. I'm going to ask a very silly question that all your viewers are going to laugh at me for. Where do I look?
In the camera.
Not at myself.
No.
Okay, great. So tofu bacon, you put some soy sauce, you put some maple syrup, and a lot of liquid smoke. The recipe called for a full tablespoon of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just shook that in there until I thought it was enough. And also some tomato paste, and then I just doused the tofu, I cut it up, you can see, in very slim, thin slices, and then you bake it for 10 minutes, then you flip it, then you bake it again, and you watch it so it doesn't burn.
It's pretty crispy, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm impressed. It's tasty.
Crispy. We also have kombucha bubbly mixtures. Maybe
it's
kombucha,
a virgin cocktail.
Yeah, with 2 ingredients.
That's enough.
It's kind of enough. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. Suzanne's obviously here instead of Taylor. Where's Taylor? She's at a cottage up north. Must be nice. She doesn't really have internet access up there. Ontario.
She's somewhere beautiful and remote and...
Muskoka.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Ontario has a lot of cottage country. I've never been to one.
I have. I've successfully made some friends with cottages in the past. It's good. It's a great time.
That's the key. You have to make friends with someone who has a cottage in their family.
Date someone who has a cottage in their family. You gotta be strategic about this.
Yep. So Suzanne is here. We love that. We're gonna get to talk about some Suzanne specific things.
Yeah.
We've got some discussion topics, and we've got a very, very fun game that we're gonna get to in a bit. That has to do with Suzanne's...
I would like to say a selling point of my personality.
Which is a complete lack of pop culture awareness. So we're going to see if Suzanne can recognize certain famous people and celebrities. But before we do, let's put the tops on these Sammys and dig in.
And take a bite.
Also, hi everybody. Hi Evelyn. Hi Elena. Hi Pablo. Hi Emily. Thank you for coming.
I don't know where to bite.
So good.
That was good.
So we've thought about there's a vegan grocery in Toronto, vegan grocery store. And they sell like restaurant quantities of Just Egg and like Beyond Meat products. And we've considered just like buying a bulk shipment.
We've priced it out several times.
It's way cheaper than buying them individually. And we would just keep them in the freezer.
And we don't really keep a lot of other things in our freezer other than like a bag of frozen fruit.
Do you guys think we should do that? Should we
buy like a box of Just Egg and then a box of Beyond, I don't know why I'm holding my hands like this. This is me holding the boxes. Of Beyond Meat patties? Is that what we should just do with our lives?
Also, these hash browns are very, very delicious as well. Sometimes the camera focuses, sometimes it doesn't. Okay.
Okay.
What has happened this week in our lives?
So
Every
many
week,
things.
we give these people an update of the lockdown measures in Toronto, which is fascinating. But every week they followed us through that. So basically they know, if you were here last week, Toronto's out of lockdown, patios are open. Last week Taylor and I were very stressed about it. Suzanne and I have gone back to our serving job. We won't say where it is for safety reasons, but
I love that.
It's a vegan restaurant in Toronto, which is amazing because our old serving jobs were at Omni restaurants and were a bad time. So now we're working at this amazing upscale vegan restaurant, and it's honestly a pretty good time.
It's really, I'm like, unpopular opinion, I really miss serving. Not all of it, I miss the like bad parts of it, but I really like, I find serving really fun. Somebody says it's a good idea for us to invest in a box of Just Egg.
Evelyn's Go Wild ladies.
Okay, great. I'm appreciating the support. But it's also like super nice to serve at a restaurant where you can eat all the things on the menu. Yeah. Because as a server, sometimes there's that moment where it's like, oh, the kitchen like had an extra, I made you a thing, and you like, we've never had to go through the like, oh, I'm vegan, so like I'm not gonna eat it, and nobody's ever given you shade. You can just eat everything on the menu. It's pretty great. It's such a fun team. The guests are really lovely.
This is the thing. So last week we talked about that study that Taylor found, where they found that vegans were happier people, and happy people were more likely to go vegan. And I think this is totally true. Like, we have way less problem guests. Also, when people have brought their children the last few shifts, the children have been like tidier, less of a nightmare. They have been.
I served a few kids
at our patio.
Yeah. They weren't a nightmare.
I served some delightful vegan babies. I don't know.
I did serve a really funny table though. And let's just be clear, nobody knows me on this live stream. I'm a bit of a stubborn human sometimes. Marley can attest to this. I was serving a table of these like, honestly, they looked like 18. I think they were in their young 20s. I ID'd every single one of them. And we have a drink on the menu that is made with kombucha. And so they're like ordering their drinks, and they're like getting doubles and like being young and out on the town after a year of like being at home. And this one girl goes, she was like, I think I want the mushroom drink. And I was like, sorry, what did you mean? And she was like, the mushroom drink. And I was like, and so then one of her friends was like, she means kombucha. And I was like, oh, sure, why are you calling it the mushroom drink? And she was like, because kombucha is made from mushrooms. And I was just, I couldn't let that slide. I was like, oh, no, it's not. And she's like, it is, I swear. And then we proceeded to have a debate about it. And if anybody serves, like, you just shouldn't argue with your guests. It's like, it's not a good look. And then she fully Googled it. She's like, I used to drink kombucha all the time. And I was like, I promise you, it's not made from mushrooms. Like, I just was kind of a bitch about it. And then she pulled it up and she was like, look, and she showed me a picture of a SCOBY, and I was like, oh, so that's a SCOBY, and was just like full condescending to this lovely young girl who called it the mushroom drink. So if anybody else thinks kombucha is made from mushrooms, it's not.
No, it's fermented tea.
It's fermented tea.
Yes. Karen says, or the customer asks, do you prefer this meat item or this meat item? I would say I don't eat meat. And then, yeah, you're right. It always gets uncomfortable. I feel like the natural response is for them to be like, oh, like, how long have you been vegan? Or like, what made you go vegan? And then you're like, you don't want me to answer that. It would be unpleasant for your dining experience for me to mention that.
I like the awkward pause when they ask a question. You're like, oh, I'm vegan, so I don't eat that.
Yeah.
And then they look at you and you look at them and you're like,
yeah.
Also, I just saw that Emily loves serving too.
Wow.
I'm excited. Kindred spirits. It's so funny. We've been happy dancing at our restaurant. It's been quite slow because we are on some lockdown measures still. And every time our managers catch us dancing, we work a lot of shifts together. I think they think we're crazy, but we bring a lot of joy.
We went to musical theater school.
What did they expect?
It is what it is.
That's true.
Also, they didn't really understand that we were roommates. So
it's a big surprise.
Yeah.
A fun surprise.
Yeah. So we've been having a grand old time. We've been being fed a lot of quesadillas, a lot of tacos.
Yeah.
And the food at this place is just...
It's so good.
So incredible. So we are living our best lives. As far as the serving position goes, it's awesome. And also, like, a big deal this week is that I quit my other serving job that I wasn't happy at for many years. I worked there for 6 years, and quitting just felt like the most liberating thing. I had so many nerves leading up to it just because I had worked there for so long. It had this, like, weird emotional, like, hold on me. And just, like, doing it, I feel so free now.
Because you are.
Yeah. Hi, Mahek. Thanks for coming again this week. Everybody, Piper says hi. So we are babysitting another cat. Mm-hmm. So our friend Zoe is away for the weekend, and we are babysitting her cat, Daisy, who is delightfully fat, in the best way possible. But she just got here this morning, and she's a little afraid, so I don't think she's going to come out.
No, she hasn't really emerged from Marley's room where we've tried to separate the cats, but unfortunately we've realized that my cat is stupid. And they've, like, had a run-in with each other, but none of them, the other cat, understands that Piper is a cat. But Piper just looks at this cat like she's never seen another creature before.
I brought Daisy out here, and Piper just kind of, like, I can't describe the, like, have you ever seen, like, a Karen, like, side-eye someone? It's like a cock of the head. Like,
that was it.
How dare, like, what the hell are you saying? And Piper just stared at this creature and was like, what is that?
It's 100% what happened.
So stay tuned on the Vegan Yum story. I'll post if they interact. Hopefully they become best friends.
Somebody's asking about where we work. A lot of the people there are vegan, but not everybody.
No, but, like, the people that aren't have definitely been asking for advice, kind of, about, like, how to transition and, like, expressing, like, the desire and kind of what's holding them back. So, like, we're definitely having some interesting conversations, but, yeah, I would say it's, like, 50-50, but I would also say that the people who are omnivores tend more towards a plant-based diet. Like, there's kind of no one that's, like a carnist or anything like that, which is lovely to not have to deal with that energy.
Yeah. What else happened? We're still giving life updates? Is that happening?
We're doing life updates. We got too much. What?
No, you go. I was just gonna tell another dramatic story about my life, but we'll go with our joint life.
We have a whole point that I put is that we have too much produce.
It's like the vegan dream, the vegan nightmare. Like, we're on shore.
It's an immense amount of produce. So basically we got there's this one produce box that we've gotten for a long time. And then another produce box company approached Vegan Yums about like helping promote them, and they're an amazing company that they're called Remarkable Rejects, so they're in Toronto only, and they basically, like, find all this local produce that would otherwise go to waste, because a lot of grocery stores all grocery stores won't sell produce if it's, like, not uniform in, like, size and shape. So they're sourcing all of this produce that would essentially go to waste, and they're selling it really affordably and delivering it. So we've been receiving boxes from them so that we know what the product is like every single week. And now we're getting two produce boxes a week.
And one of them's really big.
Yeah.
And they're all, like, from places that lean towards like seasonal produce,
Yeah.
I'd say. Do you say produce or produce?
I say produce.
I'm gonna keep saying produce.
What do you guys say?
Yeah, produce. Is that my East Coast
If you
accent?
say produce, put an AH or something so we know.
Yeah, but basically, a game we used to like to play with our produce box is to like use it all up in time for the next produce box to come, and like use all of the produce. But we've been failing miserably
Just
because there's
overwhelmed.
and we're also because we went back to work this week.
Had a lot less time to food prep.
Evelyn will eat it. But, like, produce takes food prep, right? And, like, hours. And I don't know about you, Marley. I've just been, like, staring at the produce in the fridge, being like, I'm going to have a toast. I need a toast instead. So nothing's really gone bad yet.
No, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it.
I threw out, like, 2 little baby radishes today. And it was very sad. So.
Allegra says produce.
Produce. Come
Emily
on,
says
nobody says produce.
Suzanne says a bunch of things.
I'm
a
from
little
the East
funny.
I'm
She's
from the East Coast.
Prince Edward Island. If anyone knows, it's a small island on the East Coast. But you say peanut butter as opposed to peanut butter. She says peanut butter.
Like, I'm really excited about it. Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
You also say lantern.
When have you ever heard me say lantern?
I've heard you say it. And I know you say lantern.
I used to say pillow weird.
How do we pronounce coupon?
Coupon.
Do you say coupon?
That's so much effort.
I love that.
Coupon.
Let us know if you say coupon.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, funny words?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You have a bunch of...
I have a bunch of them. This is what happens. My friends, all of a sudden, this will come, and nobody will say anything. And then one word will come up, and they'll be like, oh, yeah. You say a lot of words funny, and I've been walking around thinking I have no accent at all.
Lantern. There's other words like lantern.
Lantern. Oh, what do you
lantern.
say?
Lantern.
Isn't that what I say? Lantern? Oh.
No, it's almost like you're saying lantern. Lantern, and I say lantern. Lantern.
I think my way's better.
I don't know. What do you guys say?
I think it's more musical.
Evelyn says coupon. Is that true, Evelyn?
That's a cool way to spell it, though. That actually, like, phonetically makes more sense in my brain.
Yeah, with a Q. Okay, we say coupon.
Oh. All right.
Okay, let's talk about your unfortunate moment this week, Suzanne.
So, okay. To put in perspective, we went back to work this week. I also have another job, more of like a day job, I suppose. Mm-hmm. So I was serving on top of my day job, and I was a little stressed about it because that's a lot of hours. And so I was like very ready, and I got up on like, I think it was Tuesday morning, and I bike everywhere in Toronto, usually in the summers, because we could freeze some of the produce, Emily, if we cut it up and washed it. It's a good thought. Maybe we'll do that this week.
We'll do it.
So I get up and I like get my bike helmet and I get all ready. It's like 7:30, 8 in the morning. And I'm just like going downstairs to get my bike, which I have left outside parked downtown Toronto. And I got to my bike and my bike seat got stolen. And not even just the seat, they took the post. And you know those moments in your life when you weren't prepared for anything to go wrong and your brain just like stalls? I didn't recognize that it was my bike, first of all. I was like, where's my bike? And then I saw, I was like, oh, that's my bike. Oh, my seat's gone. And then I was mad about it all day in all my meethave I was just like, my bike seat got stolen. And now I don't have a seat. And they took the post.
Well, she has an extra seat. It's just she doesn't have an extra post.
You got to put a post on it. So I have to walk my bike to the bike store, which is like 8 blocks away. It's a whole hassle. I didn't have time to fix my bike this week, so it's just sitting around, and I'm sad.
Also, bike related is that, so as you guys know, I'm an actor, and I auditioned for a lot of commercials, and there was one this week that I had to ride a bike. Now, I don't ride bikes. Obviously, I know how to.
I would go so far as to say that you have a bit of a fear of riding bikes.
I do. I fell off. I like ran into things a lot as a kid. I was very clumsy on my bike as a kid. So basically, I had to go out on Suzanne's bike, and we found this like back street, and she had to like film me on the bike, and I was so afraid. And we just like quickly got the takes. Like I was terrified the entire time.
You acted real well though.
I'm a professional. I'm a professional actor.
That was very fun. That was like a highlight of my week.
I know, Pablo. Bike parts are very commonly stolen in Toronto. There's like a whole like underground industry of people like rebuilding bikes and then selling them, unfortunately.
Honestly, I'm not even... It's so weird because I'm not even upset that they stole... Like, I really shouldn't have parked it outside. There's a whole thing with the bike storage in our building, and taking it up to our apartment is such a hassle. Mm-hmm. I'm actually just really grateful they didn't steal the wheels, because wheels are really actually quite easy to steal, and I don't lock my wheels... If anybody's watching, I don't lock my wheels up. And wheels are really actually quite expensive to replace, so I'm really glad they just took the seat, because I just need to get a post, and the bike shop already told me they'd do it. So it's actually, like, quite okay. I'm more upset that I couldn't ride my bike that day. Like, that was my big nuisance. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of... Why? Because they can? I don't know. Because it's cheaper than buying their own parts.
Yeah. The city's also got, like, a huge, like, homeless and...
Yeah, like
the city's got a poverty issue.
Yeah, I think, similar to all cities, I think it's really prevalent in Toronto right now.
Yeah. But now you know.
Well, now I know, and I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a bike spot to come free in our bike storage. Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, one time I left my bike locked outside for 6 months and nobody stole anything, so I thought a few days might be worth the risk, and you live and you learn.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, lots of wheel stealing in Chicago. Karen?
I think. Correct us if it's not Karen. Okay. Let's get into some discussion topics.
Yeah.
So Taylor and I have talked a little bit before about dating, but because Taylor has been in a relationship for 4 years, it's kind of more so me talking about it. But you're dating.
I am dating.
And you're vegan.
I'm dating and I'm vegan. Yeah. And it's a time. And I think like most vegans, I put some hints, like some little Easter eggs on my profile to like signal to the vegans.
On the dating apps.
On the dating apps.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the dating apps. That is how I'm dating in the middle of a pandemic. And so I have a little note about like vegan donuts. Mm-hmm. And there's so many things I don't even know where to start. Do I want to start about going on a date with a vegan, going on a date with a non-vegan, about talking to people about veganism? I need some direction.
I think there's less to say about dating vegans, because we've both been only on one date ever with an actual another vegan. So in like 2015, went out with a vegan way before I was vegan. And you know what? I was annoyed by him. I was annoyed by him talking about his veganism. I had that perspective of like I don't care if you're vegan, but like don't talk to me so much about it. And now I think that's stupid.
That's really funny. I went on a date with a vegan
a couple months ago.
It was still winter. And it was still the time when like nobody was coming inside, and especially on a first date, like I was doing a lot of winter walks, which is Corinne. I think it's Corinne.
Okay.
Did we say that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Let us know. So I matched with this vegan, and we like chatted, and it seemed, I don't know, it was really nice to like talk to somebody who you can like, you already assumed you had like similar worldviews a little bit.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have to dance around the vegan topic like I sometimes do. And so long story short, we went for a walk, and on this walk with him and his dog, his roommate's dog, he was babysitting, I don't even know. And I learned this man we were not the same kind of vegan. He was, I don't even know how to describe it. He was a really aggressive vegan. Like he wasn't,
Explain what happened.
Okay, so we're going on this walk, and it's like fine. It's a first date walk. It's kind of awkward, and we were wearing masks. I could not see his face. And first of all, he takes his dog off leash in a non-leashed area, and I'm a big fan of dogs. We live in a city, and I think you should keep your dog on a leash. And so I don't say anything because it's not my dog. And we're walking, and he does end up putting his dog back on the leash just because there's other dogs on the trail where we were walking. And then we pass these other people, and this woman is wearing a Canada Goose coat. And he yells at her.
Well, didn't she say something to him?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, this is so long ago. So, okay, he didn't put his dog back on leash yet. She said something. She was like, you should put your dog on a leash. Like, there's a lot of coyotes around, which is so valid. There's so many coyotes on the trail we were walking, and it was like 7 p.m. And he basically looks at her and says, well, you shouldn't wear Canada Goose if you care about animals so much. And I fully was like, what? He just, like, yelled at this woman who was caring about his dog, first of all. And then it was just, it got weirder. I kept going on this walk. There were a bunch of red flags. It was very strange. And then he basically was like, you should come to some vegan events I host and, like, vegan activism. And I'm not against that. He was very aggressive and not very caring towards other humans.
And then he gaslit you when you told him. So she told him, like, she wrote back to him being like, hey, like, it was lovely to meet you, but, like, I don't really see this going any further. And, like, let's be clear, like, we hadn't talked about, like, this. We hadn't talked about a second date. We were like, okay, like, we'll leave it here. I like, maybe. And then, like, he brought up a second date and, like, things were getting weird. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw that in there. And then he fully comes back at me with paragraphs. Just like gaslighting her, being like implying that like she wanted a relationship and like he doesn't really like think that like he was getting the vibe that like they're not really compatible and like pursuing a relationship, blah blah blah. And she's like, I went on one date with you. Why are you gaslighting me?
It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced because I didn't even open it up for conversation. I was just like, best of luck. I never want to.
Just like the fragility, the white male fragility immediately.
Just like couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
We screenshot.
But yeah, I think like with that guy, like the Canada Goose thing was so cringe because like Canada Goose fucking sucks.
Totally.
And also, like fun fact about Canada Goose, so our old job was in this hotel restaurant, and there were always conferences there, and so you'd get like a whole company coming, and you'd have like Google say, and like Google employees from all around the world, and we had Canada Goose once, and they were the worst human beings, like the collectively the worst human beings I've ever met from all over the world, and yet something about their company culture, which makes sense. My first thought, maybe it was a secondhand coat. That's the thing, is like, I don't know, it was such a cringe moment.
I think it was just the fact that like she was coming at him like from such a like caring place.
Yeah,
and that's what really
like,
threw
hey,
me.
I'm looking out for your dog.
Like she didn't even. She wasn't mad about it. She really was like, I'm concerned for your dog, and I'll be like, we saw 3 coyotes on that walk, and I was concerned for his dog. Mm-hmm. So it was just the like immediate like flip of like her being lovely and him just yelling at her and just like assuming she was awful because she wasn't vegan.
Yeah,
it was like.
Well, and Emily saying, like, what if it was... Like, you don't know what anyone's...
Or, like, what if someone gifted it to somebody and they're, like, couldn't afford another coat? Like, you just never know.
Yeah.
So, like, now I date non-vegan.
Well, not purposefully, though.
This is just how it happens. There's not a lot of...
Yeah, like, I mean, I've come across a couple of vegan... But, like, it's not, like... I've said this on the stream before, that, like, it's not necessarily something that I'm prioritizing if I... I'm choosing to go out with someone, but like I'm really good at converting people.
I would say I'm at the point where I don't really entertain like not eating vegan food. Like if somebody's asking me where I want to eat, I take us to an exclusively vegan restaurant. Like I don't.
But you were saying that that's something that you've like struggled with.
Yeah, I think like less so in dating. I struggle with it a lot with my friends, I find. Like, when I first went vegan, I didn't want to put anybody out. Mm-hmm. Like, it does take a lot of effort for me to be like, no, we're going to a vegan restaurant instead of, like, someplace somebody else wants to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's... Anybody else out there struggle with that? Like, I
guess what we're talking about is, like, kind of... feeling like a burden, feeling like you're burdening
or like
others.
You're putting people out, especially if you, like, I went back or returned or came back to being vegan in the fall after a few years of being omni for so many various reasons. And my biggest thing, it wasn't even not eating animal products. My biggest, like, concern, my, like, biggest struggle was telling everybody in my life, knowing that they would then have to adjust, like, eating. Because I eat a lot with my friends and, like, have meals with my friends. So, yeah, it was, and it's also, like, I would say less of a struggle on dates, especially during the pandemic. Mostly because I'll take us on, like, a coffee date or something. Like, I'll push for that.
I guess it's also easier at the start of a relationship to sort of put the boundary up. It's harder to change a boundary or, like, to set a boundary in a relationship that already exists and, like, is sort of founded upon activities like going out for dinner or, like, having, like, a charcuterie night or whatever the fuck. But I think, like, obviously you know that that's, like, your boundaries should be respected, and, like, any good friend should respect your boundaries and, like, be open-minded.
Like, all of my friends did. Like, they totally did. Like, nobody was really weird about it at all. Yeah. Like, I have a lot of, like, very considerate people in my life, but yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know that I've struggled with that though, but, like, I think I'm obviously, like, different personalities. I don't know if you have, like, more of a people pleasing tendency.
I'm really accommodating. Yeah. When it comes to, like, even doing things, I'm happy to be with people, and I'm like, I'll do whatever you want to do. Like, it doesn't, unless I'm really, really comfortable. Like, if we were hanging out, I'd be like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
But, like, especially on, like, a date or something, like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm just, like, trying to convert them.
For sure.
There's so many good vegan restaurants in Toronto too. Like, it's not
the access we have is insane. Good point, Marley. I don't know what you're talking about. But
I think it was when you were like, your boundaries should be respected. That's what I'm assuming that was a good point.
Yeah. I think, and for me, when I see someone make the effort, like, we went to our friend Rachel, she's our personal trainer, and our very good friend, she went, we went to her place to go in the swimming pool and to have a workout, and she made the entire event vegan. And, like, she had invited non-vegans to it, but she made the whole thing vegan. And, like, that makes us really comfortable, and, like, people going above and beyond to kind of say, like, oh, like, why don't we get vegan ice cream? Like, specifically, like, let's go to where can we get vegan ice cream? Where can we get this, as opposed to being like, make sure there's a vegan option. Or like, you can have sorbet.
Which I've had some really good sorbet, but there is that next level of, like, you're like, oh no, that, like, really, I think that really, like, melts a vegan's heart,
and, like, shows that the person's open-minded and, like, willing to try new things, which I think is important to me, for sure. And you had another guy say recently, the guy you were talking to recently,
this one cracked me up. I've had, like, a lot of, it's a pretty good, like, filter. I've had a lot of weird things be said to me about, like, me being vegan. It usually comes up if they're like, are you vegan or do you just like vegan donuts? But this guy said, are you a vegan? And I generally, unless I'm joking, I'm not like, I'm a vegan. Like, I don't preface it like that. I'm usually just like, no, I'm vegan. And I was like, yeah, like, I am vegan. And I kind of was like, oh, there it is. And he was like, oh, yeah, I tried the vegan thing for a while. Didn't really work out very well. Or he said something.
No, he said something weirder. He said something dumber.
Let me find
it. Was his phrasing of it that was, like,
I can find
pretty whack. My fiance is an omni, but he's supportive now. With exposure, he eats more plant-based and loves to try vegan places with me. He helps find good places and recipes.
He's learned how to make seitan.
That's so cool. Good for him.
That's an effort. That's so lovely.
We always have to accommodate omnis and settle for fries and salad.
No, truly, and, like, I think it's just much nicer if everybody can eat everything.
Yeah.
And it's so, there's, especially, like, in a city and, like in an urban, that's right, urban, right? Yeah. That's a city in an urban area. It's so easy to find, like, really delicious vegan food.
Yeah, there's kind of no excuse in Toronto. Yeah,
for what this man said. So he said, I do the vegan thing once in a while.
I do the vegan thing. That's the phrasing. Because the other phrasing you had said was I was like, that's whatever. But no, it's I do the vegan thing every once in a while.
And then he goes, I really like seitan, except for the fact that it's really processed.
So yeah, we told Taylor about this, and, like, that's one of Taylor's biggest pet peeves when it comes up in a conversation is saying that soy or tempeh or seitan are processed. so funny because seitan is literally flour. And maybe chickpea flour. I think it's the I do the vegan thing that, like, I get that he just doesn't know.
And
but
that's,
it's
like truly, like...
There is no... There's... Veganism is all or nothing. You know what I mean? It just is.
And and that's, like, he is obviously, like, entrenched in diet culture. Like, that is obviously, like, where his head's at. And, like, I can compassionately see that.
And by all or nothing, let me just clarify that I mean that, like, he's eating plant-based sometimes. And that's awesome. That's really cool that he does that. And that's cool that anybody does that. But it's, like, we need to kind of, like... I want to correct that terminology of, like, I do the vegan thing because it's a philosophy. And...
Well, it's like the vegan thing, and then it becomes, like, in the same category as, like, I do the paleo thing. I do the, like...
Yeah.
And it's not, like, that's not what it is.
Well, and, like, yeah, we want to, like... I want to... get...
Do or do not do, there is no try.
Yeah. In being vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to divorce veganism from diet culture, essentially. It's not a diet.
No.
A plant-based diet is a diet. But...
Yeah. It was just, like, it shocked me a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also had one time a guy apologized to me. He was like, when he learned I was vegan, and I explained why. I was like, I just think I don't need to eat dead animals. I was, like, pretty kind about it. I tried not to be really graphic, and he was like, I'm a terrible human. And I was like, no. Like, it just, like, escalated on a first date, and I was like, no, like, it's totally fine. And he was like, no, I know I'm terrible. We were just there for, like, a good 5 minutes, and it's an interesting time.
Yeah, I mean...
Has anyone said anything weird to you?
People say weird shit to me all the time. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, I'm curious about how you guys would feel about dating someone who isn't vegan. My boyfriend went vegan with me when we first started dating, and now I'm not sure if I could imagine dating an omni.
I mean, I can answer it.
Yeah. Because
I am dating non-vegans.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think it's I think it depends on, like, where you're at.
And I think it can change.
And I think it can definitely shift. For me, it's not a huge deal. Like, I guess I look for people who are compassionate more than anything, and who want to understand, like, who have this need, like, and this, like, kindness in their personality. Because it's not like I'm not trying to turn anybody vegan, but if somebody can understand, like, why I do what I do, but if it's just not feasible for them in their life for whatever reason, but if they're open to, like, eating vegan whenever we're together and, like, respecting my choices, then I am okay with it. Mostly because I think there's a lot of factors that sometimes being able to eat vegan is a privilege. And I know that's a debatable point, like, it's kind of a hot topic, but there are some people who are in situations where they just don't have the capacity, the resources, the time, for whatever reason, to make that shift. And so I don't know, like, I think...
Well, ultimately, I mean, someone's not going to go vegan until they're ready to go vegan themselves, but yeah, I've dated only omnivores, and I've gone on a date with an omnivore recently, and, like, as long as they're open-minded, they're willing to, like, respect and like go to vegan places with me and, like, have an open mind, but where I see it down the line being an issue is that I do want to have kids eventually, and I don't want to purchase animal products for them. None of my income is going towards that. And I also don't, like, obviously when you get into a relationship at a certain point, you often share income. I won't spend money on animal products. So I think that's where it can get tricky. And I think even in dating that can get tricky if it's like, who pays the bill this time? But that's kind of your own personal...
Yeah, I think it depends on who you are and where your, like, personal boundaries with that are. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else we got?
What else we got? We got a game.
Oh yeah, we want to play the game.
Let's play the game. Okay, guys. So here's the game. Suzanne grew up. Maybe you can explain this better, but Suzanne grew up in rural PEI with minimal access to television.
No, that's not okay. No, it's not that I had minimal access. So I grew up in rural PEI, and when I was like 10, my parents decided to cancel our cable television. Because we weren't using it. My siblings and I were in a lot of extracurriculars. We just like didn't have time to watch TV, and we watched a lot of movies. So as a result, there was like a good, and my parents to this day don't have cable television. They obviously have Netflix and whatever, but like we never got it back. Like we were on CBC and CTV. Like those were the only channels we got. Like so we watched CBC shows. So like I watched a lot of Heartland when it first came out, but there's a whole like range of like pop culture that I just kind of missed.
So it's really common for Suzanne to not, you'll say a celebrity and she'll be like, who's that? And you're like, huh? You don't know.
Yeah.
Or like a song, like she'll never have heard it. Like songs that are like fucking hits from all different time periods.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'm saying in like the least mean way possible is that Suzanne has absolutely no cultural awareness.
That's a strategy. There is a big gap in my cultural knowledge that I'm trying to regain back, and Marley's helping me.
One night we listened to the whole Kanye West discography and we danced, and I explained at what stage he was in and his
I had like a Kanye lesson.
His Kanye-ness at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game. There's gonna be 2 sections to it, I think. The first is I'm gonna show Suzanne pictures of famous people, all different types, singers, actors, political figures, blah blah blah. She's gonna name them and like tell me briefly whatever she can tell me about them.
Great.
You guys can also guess if you know who the person is.
Please back me
up. I'm sure you will. Then I'm gonna just do names. What Suzanne can tell me just from the person's name. And if you have any requests, please put them in the chat. But we're gonna start with the pictures. And I have to do the OBS. Give me one
I hope everybody else is ready. Because it's not a joke, and it's going to be a little cringe at some points, because these are people who I should know at this point in my life. Okay, I think we're ready.
Who's that?
Okay, this is Olivia Rodriguez. She wrote Rodrigo. Fucks it up already. She wrote Driver's License. She just released a new album. She was in the High School Musical show. She's like the teen. She's kind of like a new Taylor Swift a little bit. Like she's really young. She's got this like crazy voice, and I listened to her new album all week, and it's fire. So
it's very good. It's very good. Okay, one.
Down.
She got one, folks. She got one.
All right, next up.
Who's that? Guys, if you know who this is, please put it in the chat. You don't know who that is?
He's an old white man. I don't know.
Look at his pin. That's a clue.
That's a clue? That pin is a clue?
What's the pin? What does it look like?
It's got a little blue part on it.
There's a bit of a delay, so they I don't know what they're seeing right now, but if you're seeing it, let us know who this man is. What do you think that pin is? Is it a flag, maybe?
Joe Biden?
That's Joe Biden. That's the President of the United States of America.
That's embarrassing. Let's just take a minute for my embarrassment there. I appreciate everybody else who knew that.
Pablo's from Belgium.
Pablo.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
They're literally like Joe Biden. Okay. We're going on to the next one.
Thanks for the backup.
Moving along. I don't know what's next. Who's that?
I have no clue.
President of the United States.
We'll wait for you guys to get where we are. Okay, this man,
there's one of his songs is in our workout playlist.
There's like 50 songs in that playlist.
Who's this man?
Who is that man?
Who is this man? Who is this man? Who is this man? He wrote.
Give me a hint.
He wrote Humble. He has a song called DNA.
No.
He's one of the biggest rappers on the planet. Do you guys know?
Does anybody know who this is?
It's the delay that kills me.
I know, because they're going to get to this part.
I'm from Australia.
You know what I like? We're from Australia. I appreciate you and your cultural knowledge. I really do.
We are Canadian, to be fair, but like... Okay, Anna does not know who this man is. This is, this is Kendrick Lamar.
Oh. Kendrick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have never seen a picture of Kendrick. I know this name. I don't know any of the songs.
He's exceptional. There's a really good
Yeah, there they come. They're coming now.
Doc episode on CBC. It's like Hip Hop Diaries or something about him.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you.
Okay, we're going on. We're moving along.
All right, who we got?
Who is that?
I am a political figure.
Yeah.
A Canadian political figure?
No. You can guess countries.
Not the States. Yes, the States.
Not the States. No. She has had an incredible response to COVID.
Oh no, I know who this is.
An incredible response to.
She's. There's the island. She's the. Oh, who's the island?
Where is it?
No. I know what this is.
Where's this island you speak of? That is a whole country. Where is it?
Oh no.
Jacinda Ardern.
I do know. Where?
New Zealand.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually.
I don't know who that white lady
is
either.
Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. It's Zoe's cat that we're babysitting, who is probably hiding right now.
Zoe, your cat is. I saw your message. Your cat is doing well. She's just hiding. We've given her pets.
She's rolled a lot.
Okay. Great. Okay, I feel good about this.
Not Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prime Minister of New Zealand.
Moving along.
Lock that in. Okay.
Who's that? You know who that is.
This is Ed Sheeran.
That's Ed Sheeran. Very good. What is
Is he a vegan?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that, but none of these. I didn't.
These are just people. I'm with you.
Who are these people?
Oh, I know who these people are.
You do.
I love these people. This is oh fuck me. Here's my issue. My name recollection is not great. So she wrote Daring. The woman on the right wrote Daring Greatly, and a bunch of
Untamed. She didn't write Daring Greatly.
No, that's Brene Brown. No, she wrote Untamed. That's Glennon Doyle. That's Glennon Doyle, and that's her wife, Abby Wambach, who's a famous soccer player. Yes. And Abby actually wrote a book about leadership, I think it's called Wolfpack. I listen to their podcast.
They're a very cute couple.
I follow them on Instagram, and I love them a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate you putting that in there.
Who is that?
No idea.
No idea?
No.
Not the foggiest clue. What do you think she does?
I think she's an actor.
She's not an actor.
She's not an actor?
She's similar.
She a singer?
No. She's one of the biggest supermodels in the world.
What?
Have you ever heard of Bella Hadid or Gigi
No.
Hadid? You've never heard of Bella or Gigi Hadid?
No. This is what I mean, folks.
Yeah, she's probably like the highest paid supermodel in the world.
Whoa.
She and her sister, Gigi Hadid, her sister is married to Zayn Malik. Oh, what happened? Our camera went out.
Oh no. Did it die?
Maybe it overheated. Did you overheat? I think they can still...
Can you guys still hear us? Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, wait. I might just switch to webcam. Uh-oh. Display.
Oh my god, they're so far behind. No.
Okay.
Are we back?
I'm gonna add...
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna add a webcam.
Okay.
Okay, is this what they're seeing? I hope so. Are you guys just... Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Oh.
Oh, wait. No, I keep... Ah! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm... Okay. Okay, there we are. Okay. So I'm going to stop showing pictures now, and I'm going to go to asking just the names of the people, because the camera apparently is having a bit of time. Let me actually see what'll happen if I go to screen share. No, that's just not a thing. Okay. Great. That's fine that you just see us.
Okay, no, that's great.
Okay.
We're done with the screen share.
We're done with the screen share.
Big danger.
Oh, I do want to screen share, though. I have more, and it was so much fun. I'm going to figure it out really quick, guys. Bear with us.
I'm going to eat my sandwich. What are you guys up to tonight? Want to put that in the chat?
And what are you eating?
What are you eating?
And do you have any questions? I'm going to fix this, and it's going to be awesome. Window caption. Okay. I'm going to make this smaller. And we're back. We're back in business, folks.
Wow.
I think that works.
All I want to do is eat this sandwich.
Okay. Can you show me the monitor?
Yeah, it's just, there's a delay.
Yeah.
So we're not there yet.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, we made it. We're here.
We are golden. Who's this man?
Oh,
what I was also saying was that Bella Hadid's sister, Gigi, is... she's married to Zayn Malik from One Direction and had his baby.
How old is that kid? Is he in his 20s now?
He's like your age.
Oh.
One Direction.
Yeah.
Okay, who's this man?
Okay. I would just like to say that Zoe is eating beer in a hot tub, and
Cool. Okay. Good.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, nectarines.
I don't know who this man is.
You don't know who this man is?
I don't know who that is.
Biggest rapper, one of the biggest rappers on the planet, and it's not Kanye West.
Thank you for taking that off the table. I don't know any rappers. Like,
I asked you,
Kanye is my only...
A Kendrick song was playing the other night at work, and I said, who is this? And you did not say Kendrick, you said this man.
Did I?
Yeah.
Jay-Z?
That's Jay-Z.
Yeah!
Who is Jay-Z married to?
Beyonce?
Yes.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes!
Okay. Who's this man?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
Who's that?
I do actually know who this is, but I can't remember her name right now.
Jay-Z with the
No, Zoe, I know. I forget her name.
Do you know anything about her?
What
does she do?
Is that Sia?
No.
See, and this is the problem when I guess it's really embarrassing as well. It's not Sia.
That's Billie Eilish.
Just gonna.
Oh no. Okay, Suzanne. I have a few. I'm coming back to Just Us, and I'm gonna go through
some names that I get to tell.
Okay. And guys, if you have some names that you'd like Suzanne to tell you who they are or anything about them, please put them in the chat. We're also in our last few minutes, so if you have any questions or anything else you want to say, let us know. Who is Chrissy Teigen?
Oh, I follow her on Instagram. I think because you do, but I'm not quite sure. I found her Instagram annoying because I don't actually know who she is. Is she an influencer? Like, was she on a reality TV show or something?
No, she was a supermodel. Well, she was not a supermodel, but like a bathing suit model, and then she married John Legend. And she's become very famous since, but she's in a lot of hot water right now because she there are all these people coming out saying that she bullied them when she was becoming very famous, and she was awful to them, and she's apologized for that. So there's a whole thing.
Oh dear.
Who's Kurt Vonnegut?
A writer.
Yes. Do you know? Can you name any?
I can't. We have a book written by him though.
Yeah, we do.
But I don't know what it is. I only know that because I packed it.
That's pretty good though. Sirens of Titan and Slaughterhouse-5. Evelyn wants to know who Freddie Prinze Jr. is.
No clue.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is he was a teen heartthrob in the 90s. He's in a lot of classic 90s teen rom-coms. Yeah. Who's Jaden Smith?
Will Smith's son.
Yes, very good.
He's an actor and also a singer, I think.
Yes. I very much dislike Sia now due to what she did. Yeah. Cringe.
Yeah.
Not good. Who's Bella Thorne?
I know this name, but I don't know who or what she is.
I think so. She became famous. I think someone correct me if it's Nickelodeon or if it's Disney, but she became famous doing that, and now she's like a very followed Instagrammer and does all kinds of crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's Greta Thunberg?
She's an activist.
Yes.
She's an activist from. I think she's from Germany.
Yeah. I think so.
No,
is she from Germany or is she Swedish? She's Swedish, I think.
Oh, maybe. I actually read a really long article on that I think one of her parents wrote. It was really cool.
Swedish. She's Swedish.
Who's J.K. Rowling? J.K. Rowling is the author of my favorite book series in the entire world that is it has been hugely problematic.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to give the airtime of saying that title.
Yeah.
Because I'm upset.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Big old turf. Ooh, who's Tim Ferriss?
A comedian?
No. You kind of know who this is. Because you said that you're... Tim Ferriss has a very successful podcast. He wrote 4 Hour Work Week. He wrote Tools of Titans, which I've been reading, which is very good, but has a lot of intermittent fasting and keto and stuff, so just skip those parts. Who's Elizabeth Moss?
I don't know.
She is the lead in Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I only watched one episode of that show.
Who is Logan Paul?
Don't know.
Very famous YouTuber. And now, maybe an MMA fighter? I'm confused. Who is Wes Anderson?
A director?
Yes. A film director. Disney. Okay, she's famous from Shake It Up.
Bella Thorne?
Yeah.
Great.
Stanley Kubrick.
Nope. Nothing.
The Shining. Very famous film director.
Haven't seen it.
Full Metal Jacket. Who's P. Diddy? No idea? Not even can't guess?
A rapper?
Yeah. Can you name his previous artist name? It's sort of similar to P. Diddy. He changed it to P. Diddy, but he was something else in the 90s.
Oh, I have not. No, I don't know.
Puff Daddy. His real name is Sean Combs. Who is James Charles?
I don't know.
You don't know who James Charles is?
No.
He is a very, very famous YouTuber. He does makeup.
I don't watch a lot of YouTube.
Okay. Interesting.
Though I watch Steven Spielberg is a film director.
Mm-hmm.
I do know who that is. Mm-hmm. I started watching YouTube when Marley started doing YouTube. So very recently.
I'm strong, man. We'll need context for that.
Some context for that last comment. Does anybody have any questions?
Do you have any cues? We have a few minutes left. Aside from that, we are going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Taylor will be back next week. And make sure you come back for the July 2nd stream because that's my birthday.
Yeah.
And we're doing a stream extravaganza. We're going to have special guests performing. We are hopefully going to be doing a giveaway for these bad boys and potentially another giveaway. Do you know who Tim Curry is? Evelyn asks.
No.
He played Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror Picture Show, the movie.
Never seen it. I know.
A travesty.
I don't like cult musicals.
Oh, so good. Evelyn, what is this? Evelyn, help, come pick me up. I'm scared. Evelyn, send an Uber.
I'm scared. Send me home.
I thought about the vegan happiness thing. Maybe it has to do with the gut too. Hey, that's a good one. Yeah. It makes sense, you know? I think it makes a lot of sense that people who have potentially higher self-esteem would believe that they can make a big change.
Yeah.
Because I think it does take to do anything, not just veganism.
It takes a commitment.
Yeah, and believing that you can make that commitment.
I've seen clips of Rocky Horror. Emily has just said I have to see Rocky Horror. Mm-hmm. I don't like it.
What do you mean?
I don't.
You know?
I've
seen it.
I've seen clips.
I think you have to see it in its entirety and because like it's such a strange, alienating world unless you're like swept into the actual world of it.
Okay. I will give it a try. I will watch it, and then I will we'll have a dress-up party. I will reserve my judgment until I've actually seen it.
Just a jump to the left.
No,
and then a step to the right.
I like that song. Dress-up party.
Yeah.
Great.
I think that's it, folks. I think we're wrapping it up. Rocky Balboa.
I don't know.
The Rocky movies. Boxing.
Oh. No.
Eye of the Tiger.
No.
Oh no.
Evelyn says I'm liking this movie whether I like it or not. That's not what she said word for word. I just interpreted that.
Yeah. Suzanne and I, we watched most of the OC. She had never seen it.
We did. I love the OC. That's my vibe.
Yeah, we got to get back into it. Oh, Piper has moved. I think. Has she spotted Daisy?
Daisy might be emerging.
Maybe I can get Daisy.
We're going to see. You've just left me alone on this live stream.
We just talked.
We're going to. She told me just to talk to the people. We're going to see if we can get a Daisy for everybody. Zoe, if you're still here, you can see her. I don't know if Zoe's still here. But, yeah. I have nothing to say. We have a Daisy. We have a Daisy. Look at this cat. We're cat sitting. Wow. Wow, hi, baby.
Here.
Hi. Wow.
Brave girl.
And like I said, my cat does not...
Oh, no.
Oh, we might need to go.
They have separated. They have met now.
They have met. My cat has realized there's another cat in the house.
And
she is upset. We are going to go.
Okay. Oh no, guys.
This has been grand.
Okay. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for coming.
Come visit us next week. And message us on Instagram if you have anything to say to us on Instagram.
If you have anything to say, send us a message.
Alrighty, folks.
What a big muffin. So big.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, she's big.
All right, let's call it.